Good afternoon, Mayor and Honorable City Council. My name is Jerry Brady. I'm the president of Liberty Cab. There is a better solution, a better method, a better way to provide shared ride, reduced price airport shuttle service. Houston's visitors and citizens deserve better than the exclusive monopoly contract on this week's agenda. I propose that an innovative, competitive, effective program be granted a 12-month trial period to provide this service. Number one, current shuttle service providers would be allowed to continue operating to and from the hotels as they currently are. Two, all other airport shared ride shuttle service would be provided by 7-passenger extended minivans meeting special signage qualifications and being operated by specially qualified licensed taxicab drivers. The starter personnel to greet arriving passengers at both airports would be in city employees, as they should be, either provided by the aviation department or the transportation section of finance and administration. All taxicab companies could participate transporting passengers via the shared ride shuttle program if their vehicles and drivers meet the qualification standards set out by the City of Houston. Shared ride shuttle vehicles would post as a shared ride shuttle at the airport standby area and be called up as needed to load, saving valuable curb space in front of the terminals. Customers could request the company of their choice, thereby giving competition and free enterprise a chance in the shared ride market. All companies having 24-hour radio dispatch could qualify to provide shared ride shuttle service to the airports using only qualified, specially identified vehicles and qualified drivers. This would give the customer the opportunity to choose the company which provided the best service and keep competition alive for good service levels in the airport shuttle market. All rates for shared ride shuttle service would be set by the city, and any driver operator not charging the approved rate would be removed from the program. I would recommend that the rate be equal to 1/2 the current taxicab zone rate plus a per-person pickup fee adequate to reimburse the city for the cost of administration, city personnel, and also to allow the city to make a profit on this program. There would be no need to issue a contract.
Thank you.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Khan.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Let me first say that I do appreciate Councilmember Ryan's service to the city, and like Councilmember Berry said, that I value Mr. Brady, your company. But as a policy-making body, it is not in my area of concern as to who gets the contract. That's not what our role is. Our role is that process is fair, transparent, and it's good for the city of Houston, and everybody is playing on the level field opportunity. The best we can do is, like Chairman Garcia said, that we need to make sure that some of the MWBE program and things like that are part and parcel of everything. But my question is more, Mr. Chairman, for the administration. And this is one question. This issue has been there for last almost 3 years now. There's one question which I never got an answer from anybody in the aviation, is that why monopoly is good for the citizens of Houston. And our own consultant report says that we should have more than one. And yet we are not following that. Now somebody can say that city is not ready for more competition, but how do we know that? Have we tried to say that, okay, we're going to select at least 2 companies, and people who say that, like this company who is now selected, maybe they will not participate if there is more than one company, so let it be. But in the absence of a fair opportunity to evaluate whether more than one company is interested in a competitive environment, in this contract, we cannot say that city is not ready for competition. As a matter of fact, the opposite is true, that if we create a monopoly, then down the line, it will be extremely difficult for us to bring in competition because there is a barrier to entry and there is a added advantage for the company who is already in place. So that is one thing, Mr. Chairman. I hope that somebody can logically come in front of this body and explain to us why monopoly is good for the citizens of Houston. And is it true that we do not have two companies participating if we ask for more than one company's participation? Thank you.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Garcia.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Jerry, thank you so much for coming down. And I guess I'll ask you the question that I asked Mr. Ryan, and that is that, did I understand that when you applied for this, that the issue is, and I'm like my colleague, I want to make sure that this is a fair process. I just have a hard time believing in exclusive, and so if it were you or someone else, it really doesn't matter to me. But my question is, was your application approved or accepted or not? And did I understand that it was not because you were saying, I don't have whatever number of vans is being required to date, but once the contract starts, I would be able to get to that capacity in 3-4 months or whatever the case is. Was that the case on yours, or am I mistaken it?
That's my understanding. I was never really told specifically why we were rejected.
Got you. So you put in a particular number, which wasn't the number being requested, but over a short period of time, you could meet that capacity. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. We had stated that we were able to produce all the regular vans. We stated that it might take more time because the contract called for some alternative fuel vehicles, which would have been specially ordered, and also some vehicles for the physically challenged that may had to be specially ordered. So we were trying to be honest in our proposal. We just obviously do not have 15-passenger vans of that design with the fuel capability at our disposal without ordering them.
And in your, I don't know anything about your industry, but how much rocket science is there in conducting this particular type of service, shuttle service? Does it require a special software? Does it require, special satellite system? I mean, is there anything about this service that you cannot do today if you had the right number of vehicles?
No, sir. We've been active in shared ride shuttle services of other kinds through the years, and we have a lot of experience with the routing and the scheduling process.
Good deal. Thank you.
Thank you. Jerry, did you make this presentation to the committee, the committee that reviewed the RFPs and made the determination? Did you make a presentation to that committee?
Which presentation? I'm
The
confused.
secret-
I've made a lot of presentations.
The secret committee that Vince talked about that wouldn't meet in public and was made up of City of Houston employees.
Yes, that committee, yes, we did make a presentation to them.
Okay. Did they ask you questions with regard to your ability to comply with the RFP and your ability to deliver the service?
Yes, they did, but I don't recall any questions about the number of vehicles.
Okay. That's all for me.
Okay. Thank you, Mr.